First of all, I want to acknowledge all the elders, special guests, ladies and gentlemen. Like they say, we get old, but we get wiser too. And so, first I had a rough go in life and my health, but I'm determined to stay around for a while. I want to tell everyone that we arrived sometime in 1980, and before that, Chief Dan George arrived and made way for us. And in 1980, we opened the doors, and then in 1989, we began work. In 1990, Dances of Wolves came out, and when we began to pave the way, and then a lot of people came, a lot of natives arrived, and then we said, we're here, and we're here to stay for good. And we made our mark in this industry, and we're going to go beyond that. And I know that for sure, because I have a nephew that's going to universities, and a lot of kids are going to universities and showing our native way and making us proud. And with that, I just want to say, welcome aboard to our new inductee. And like the rest of us, like we've always looked up to her, and she's one of the inspirations. And I remember one time, she sang a song. She sang many songs. And one day she was traveling in the United States, and she heard this song from a drum group called Red Bull. And it was a song about coming back to Canada. And when she heard that, I guess it moved her. She made a record out of it. And I'm always looking forward to hearing her sing that. And I'm glad she's around and back to Canada. And so, ladies and gentlemen, what else can I say about being here? I'm glad to see people arriving and every year showing up. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to say that I'm part of this organization that keeps getting bigger. And I hope one day, in my lifetime, I want to see a young Native girl and boy come up to the podium in Hollywood and say, we made it, and raise the statue of the Oscars. And I hope one day that'll arrive. That's my dream today. Thank you.
Thank you, Jimmy, for those memories. I would like to say I'm very, very honored. This is a beautiful day. Finally, we're getting Buffy to put her hands in the cement. I remember Buffy from the 60s. And I would like to mention our late, great brother, Gordon Tatusas, who left us very recently in the past couple of years. He just loves Buffy. Many times we sat there and appreciated the spirit that Buffy shared with us all in the late 60s and early 70s, when there wasn't a lot of us that were really visible in the arts. And we're slowly gathering our forces and sorting through our ideas and our visions and our views. And there was Buffy's songs, her music and her inspiration, as well as her work with the other artists, the other songwriters, the other storytellers out there, so much so that she was a threat, and her music got blacklisted because it was too bright and too powerful and too strong. And we hang together. We have to give thanks to our ancestors this day, and give thanks to Buffy, listening to her inspiration and sharing her great gift with all of us. And I hear the cement is mixed and getting dry, so we better move on. Thank you so much for being here and doing this.
Buffy Sainte-Marie.
Everybody, thank you so very, very much for your kind words. Tantu, I'm so glad to see you. I didn't know I'd see you today. Many thanks to our elders who have gotten us this far. From tens of thousands of years ago, they not only survived the weather, the geography, found enough to eat, to sustain, but they also did the thing that we're still trying to get right today. They made community. They got along together. They worked out their disagreements. They loved each other. They were respectful and wise about meeting other people. It goes back a very long time. And today, our people are making films about our many, many years, using our imaginations, using both fantasy and reality to tell our stories. It's very exciting. Our songwriters, our dancers, our people in television, the people who support these organizations who may not be show business types themselves, but who keep the wheels turning as it happens in Dreamspeakers. For several years, I've wanted to accept the invitation to work with Dreamspeakers, and finally, this dream comes true. So thank all of you, and thanks for coming today. Of course, I want to acknowledge Gordon Tutusas. As a matter of fact, the whole Tutusas family. I've been coming to Alberta for almost 50 years. I remember people like the Small Lakes family in Brockett, the Weaselheads and all the people in Lethbridge who are working at the university in the arts and the sciences to make things good for everybody. Here in Edmonton and in Calgary, I've had the honor not only of doing concerts and participating in cultural events, but also in education. And it's another dream come true for me to see Native people teaching others. When I first started the Cradleboard Teaching Project, I think people thought that we were going to teach the little Indians about the history of Indians. No. We were teaching science through Aboriginal eyes. We were teaching other people how cool it is to have our perspective in addition to the other perspectives in the world. We didn't fight anything, we just replaced old inaccuracies with the kinds of truths that now and then are popping up in your films. Thank you very much. I honor all our Youth Day was yesterday. I'm sorry I didn't get to be there, but I honor those of you who are using the energy and the wisdom of youth to heal and to tell stories and to entertain. It's very important, this kind of work, whether it's going on in the classroom, you know, with little kids, or at universities, or in the professional film industry. I don't know if you know it, this is kind of an unknown story, but in the 1960s, there was a 2-hour television drama being made called The Virginian, and they wanted me to play the little Indian girl. So at first I didn't think it was going to be any good, and I read it and it was okay, but I said, you know, I really, I'm doing so many other things, I really would not be interested unless you had all of the Aboriginal roles played by Aboriginal people. And of course the director and producer said, oh, that's such a nice idea, but it can't happen because, you know, this is Hollywood, we have our ways of doing things, we have budgets. We would have to search the world over and train people. And at that point, came to mind someone who ought to be honored everywhere on the planet, even posthumously, Jay Silverheels. from the Haudenosaunee Confederacy. He played the role of Tonto with the Lone Ranger series on television and on the radio even. Jay Silverheels, at the time that the Virginian was saying, no, we don't have any Indian actors, he was running along with Lois Red Elk and other Native actors. They were running the Indian Actors Workshop. So, because I said no to even more phoniness in Hollywood and the film industry, because I used my little bit of recognition and clout to say, nah, I'm not even going to fight it, I just won't participate, because we've got something better. There's something better that we had, which is a lifetime of work by Jay Silverheels, and many years of work by the Indian Actors Workshop in Hollywood. We made, for the first time, a totally Native actors film. Every Indian in that movie. This was 1960 something or other. So we have done it before. We have done it since, not all the time. We could do that not just because I stepped forward, but because the producer and director, once they realized they could do it, took a chance and did do it. We also could do it because many of our actors, including Jay, who was very famous, took the time to share with one another. And most of all, and what I really want to acknowledge today, are the elders, the community people over the years who have fueled my life, who have entered my songs, the ones who are portrayed. My motto has become, reality is our friend. And whether we're making art or living our day to day, we don't need to all, dye our hair black and wear long braids and dress like the 1800s in order to be an Indian. We are ourselves. So just to close out, I thank you very much, not only for this honor, but for the culmination this honor represents in cohesiveness within the Native community, in making things like this happen, in working beyond our own communities and with other communities in order to better portray and work with better one another, our elders, our generations past, and our generations coming up. Kichimigwech, thank you so very, very much. Aho. Oh, charming. You couldn't get beaded once? She's back.
Responsible.
Excellent, thank you. Where's he going? Is he coming? My new look.
You're gonna get one short of a polo.
But we'll just run and get it.
I'm not getting fresh.
I'm pretty sturdy.
I'm just old. It's hard on my days. Old age is not great.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
There's even that young lady inside. You just moved here last week from Calgary.
I like you with you. Where are you from? Yay! Beautiful.
It's perfection.
Okay, now what? Now you kneel on your knees? Ah, yes. Okay. So what? Just put my hands down and lean?
Yeah, wherever way you want them. And lean hard.
Oh, Kichimigwech. My band is here. Thank you for being here.
Oh, wow.
I'm thinking of Amo Paipot, Clara Star Blanket Paipot. Thinking of my Mikwemes, J.B. Kashiwadam, all from Paipots.
Push hard.
Press hard.
Really hard.
Somebody jump on me. Oh my gosh, it's going
Press
nowhere.
hard, press hard, press hard, press
Somebody
hard.
push on
Press
my
hard.
fingers. Leroy, come.
I can't reach them. They're blocking me.
Good morning.
And her hand too.
Don't break your hands. Leave them for tomorrow.
Press
pressing
the front.
as hard as
The
I
front.
can, but it doesn't
Press.
feel like it's going anywhere.
Press hard. Press her little fingers there. Just wait about. Maybe it's kind of.
It hardened on it. You know, push hard on the joints closest to my hand. Yeah, up here. Yeah,
Not so hard.
Try doing them individually. I don't feel like I'm making an impression.
Try it now.
You've made an impression. I think you have, Buffy.
You think so?
Okay.
Yeah.
Slow.
You think
Slow,
so?
slow, slow,
Shall
slow.
I take them off or shall I leave them?
Slow, Buffy.
No.
Oh
Pretty
no.